Hey mom, hey dad, it's Taylor, your firstborn son. How's life going for me right now? It's how can I say this? It's tough right now. Ups and downs, too much hardships. It's kind of like a Christian dealing with eternal life and eternal damnation on earth. It's like things have never been the same. A lot of hearts been broken, a lot of trust has been misled, misused, and based on bad decisions and how how much fear is filled up in my heart. But why am I bringing this up, mom and dad? Why am I doing this? But not just for you, but for all parents, all friends, all family members. Why am I bringing up this video with as if I'm making a dear mom and dad letter? Because this month, April, is officially known as what some people say National Awareness Autism Awareness Month. And I am one of the individuals dealing with mild autism. Well, I've been diagnosed with autism, but I'm mildly autistic. And I decided as a YouTuber, I decided to take the time to bring up what it's like to be in the real world, where when you're autistic, it's kind of like you're not welcome, you're off balance, people take advantage of you, and you feel like you don't know where this is going. But when it comes to being autistic, it's kind of like we always see the darkness. We don't even know the consequences we're about to face. We thought we were going to do a good job, but all of a sudden, it's like we're going the opposite direction. That's why a lot of people are fed up with us, and even bullies. Everybody can be the bully, everybody can be the target. But for autistic people, it's like speaking out for them. It's like, where do we go from here? I mean, when I was diagnosed, I was 3 years old at the time, 1997. I remember my dad told me when this happened, he broke down crying. Mama was hurt about this too, and in school I had to take some speech classes. I mean, it was tough. But years later, with a disability like this, I've been through a lot. I done fought throughout the years, try to make a statement, try to stand out for what I believe in. But what's the point of being thankful to be like autistic and proud? I'm autistic and I'm proud based on the love of God, who led me to see 30 years on planet Earth, learn my mistakes, my rights and my wrongs, my successes and failures. It's like to, to be autistic and celebrate a month, all month long, like celebrating Black History Month in February, all the women celebrating International Women's Month since March, to singing Christmas tunes all throughout December. But after December 25th, the so-called Christmas vibe started to die down. It's just wild. but to have a month for the autistic individuals around the world, National Autism Awareness Month, I think that April was the right choice. The time is now, and I had to stop and think. You got to break your silence at some point. You got to understand that being in an autistic mindset, people, they want to feel for you. Others, they just want to be like, man, he's so weak. She's so weak. They dumb. No, you don't know exactly how this works, bullies. You do not. Because people can deal with it. Celebrities have dealt with it throughout their families. Like, I remember Toni Braxton had a commercial where they showed photographs in her lifetime, and to have a daughter right beside her, Toni spending quality time with her daughter who was dealing with autism. Fat Joe, he has a son that's autistic. Coach Penny Hardaway from the University of Memphis, a former NBA legend, has a son that played basketball dealing with autism. And to have a shout out from my friend Morgan Rayner, who made a video about autism a few years ago and gave me a shout out because with my permission, she had to speak out for me and everybody else dealing with disabilities. And now, a mildly autistic YouTuber, an ordinary African American man, taking the time to explain that the month that we celebrate the autistic people around the world, we have to come together as one. It's like pick up the pieces, put the puzzles together. It's a blessing because it's about time we stop thinking about the curses, stop thinking about the fears, the consequences. We can overcome that with a disability like autism because we got somebody else who cared. My mom and dad cared about me even when I was rebellious, self-centered. I always remember the moments that I felt like I'm not playing fair. A lot of people lied. A lot of people dealt with tough love. A lot of people dealt with a lot of bullying. But to be bullied in an autistic manner, that's when I draw the line. Because not all people have respect for the people with disabilities. Not all people understand that they have friends and families dealing with hardships with a disability. A lot of people, they don't see what God was explaining about because God wanted all of us to come together as one. It's kind of like Martin Luther King had a dream that whites and blacks will come together as one. And even if it means disabled individuals, the people who never had anything. It's like, okay, what's the point of saying it's like? You're not a record, but I don't care. What I care about is my disability, because this is the month of, and I had the right to make this video. Because guess what? As much as I hate the downfalls of being mildly autistic, I have to be thankful that I made it this far. And I want to keep going. It's like, okay, it's based on making a movement, making a powerful move It can be a tearjerker. It could be a thought, a moment of silence. It could be like a prayer. When you hear somebody with an autistic disability tell the truth about what life is like, it's kind of the same way when it comes to people dealing with cancer. Some people had to lose body organs or materials. My family has dealt with a lot of pain, but we kept our heads held high and our shoulders pushed back. That's what Smokey Robinson said when he did the I Love Being Black poem on Def Poetry Jam. But this is not a stage. If it was, the whole world was a stage, then all the men and women will be merely players. We will all have our X's and interests, but it takes a specific role to do the part. This is more than poetry. This is more than a movie. It's more than meets the eye. You know what I'm saying? It's just that deep. And here I am, thinking about what tomorrow would bring when an autistic man, mildly autistic man like myself, releases a video, put it on social media, just to be like a spokesperson. Give you the information about being autistic and like do's and don'ts. We have to learn about the do's and don'ts. We have to learn about what's best for you, what's best for your family, what's best for your friends, your coworkers, everybody around you, all around the world. Because autistic people, they actually have a chance to beat the odds against all odds. Take a look at me now. Throughout my life as a mildly autistic individual, I have spent my moments putting a smile on a lot of people's faces. I had a moment where I had my mama crying. Tears of joy. To be introduced to a college singing choir. Eligible enough, brave enough to look at the audience and sing the lead. Solo parts. The firstborn of my family to graduate from high school to college, both associate college, 2-year college, and a university. But the university, that graduation was the best one of my life. Why? Because I graduated in cum laude. It's better than graduating with an ordinary C average. I had to build up. And building up is a big risk, but everybody has to take it one step at a time. This is what happens when being proud and being brave enough, an overcomer, a thinker, putting your skills in action, your skills to the test, and you pass as an autistic individual. I had to learn some things from scratch. I had to learn things the hard way. But you can't keep going the hard way, because sometimes you're going to be like, you know what, I am tired of doing this. I have to take it slow. Made me think of Cat Williams in his stand-up comedy stand-up, It's Pimpin' Pippin', when he's talking about the cotton picking individuals and how African Americans came a long way. From cotton picking, he imitating the cotton pickers, the slaves picking cotton, to flashing forward to somebody playing basketball and shooting at the end. Them cotton picking people, those cotton picking people. It's kind of like blending the past to the present, to the future. The present is we're playing basketball. The past was picking cotton. Present playing basketball. The future, we take the shot. But this is more than Cat Williams. This is more than being a comedian. It's more than being a sold out, and I'm talking about tours. The tours are sold out. Hundreds and thousands of people watching your show, supporting you. Ray Charles, Stevie Wonder, blind musicians. They made it this far through disabilities. Even the blind boys of Alabama and the blind boys of Mississippi singing gospel tunes, and they can play. If anybody can make it this far with a disability, it ought to be me. Because, like I said, I'm speaking now for myself, even through my darkest days, when I feel like I haven't been honest and serious enough to my parents, my friends, my co-workers, everybody around me. Being mildly autistic, I had to learn, and I'm still learning, that if you don't try your very best, if you don't even put God in the picture, then how can you make your dreams come true? How can you become a Christian if you don't put enough work? Faith without works is dead. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. So take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. It's more than that. But for being a mildly autistic individual, when you're dealing with a lot of people, including bullies, all because they're going to take over you, take a disadvantage actually, over your disability, they fail to realize, because God so loved the world, for God so loved the world, that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believe in him should not perish but have everlasting life. When will we have everlasting life? I'm tired of making enemies. I'm tired of enemies taking everything, like all my credit, and claim it as theirs. Because a lot of disabled folks, people with disabilities, especially autism, they have to come out swinging harder. In 1993, Onyx made a song called Slam. But then, almost a decade later, when they did their sequel to their 1993 debut album, which I would say in the cleanest way I could, Back the Heck Up. Back the Heck Up Part 2. They made a song called Slam Harder. You want to come up with some new materials. Be tough. Autistic folks, you got to be tough. You got to be a fighter. Be a fighter like Mike Tyson, who had a long time dealing with a speech impediment. And if he watched this video, would he support all the individuals dealing with mild autism and or other disabilities? And if so, he would have said something like this: remember, kids, if at first you don't succeed, try again. I've been in this position before, and I found a way to fight till the very end. and it worked out for me. Don't stop. Keep going. Mike Tyson will give powerful words of advice with his disability. Stevie Wonder sung about the power of love with his disability. He may be blind, but he can see the bigger picture with his heart and mind. That's what led him to have longevity. To be with Motown for 60 years of his life until he decided to leave Motown. But his music still lives on. He's still around. Longevity. Thanks to the Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, watching over us, giving us a perfect example on continuance. With Jesus, I ought to continue. Even if I have to repent. Even if I have to tell the truth. Even if I have to overcome my fears and take the biggest blows. Like Frank Sinatra. The record shows I took the blows and did it my way. I sung that song. And you know what's funny? As a mildly autistic individual, I too have a photogenic memory. I can remember anything that went down. I can remember my first time going to a school dance. Friday, September the 22nd, 2006. My first school dance at Milan Middle School. Now wait, don't you think that's too much information? I don't care. Like I said, I got a photogenic memory. Homecoming dances. 9/22/2006. 9/28/2007. 9/26/2008. 10/2/2009. 9/24/2010. And that was like the last homecoming dance I had. Senior year, there was no homecoming dance. But proms, do I remember? Of course. My first prom, 14 years ago, Friday, 4/29/2011. Senior prom, 4/27/2012. 2 weeks after Friday the 13th, I went to my senior prom. 5/18/2012, graduation from Milan High. Jackson State Community College, graduation. Saturday, May 7th, 2016. Sunday, Friday, 5/18/12. Saturday, 5/7/16. Sunday, December the 12th, 2021. Graduated from the University of Memphis. Go Tigers. With a cum laude. Honors diploma, high school, an ordinary diploma, an ordinary associate's degree, C average. But I built up with the University of Memphis and graduated in a cum laude, bachelor's degree. Don't you see how powerful I could remember those dates, the special days, the special events in my life? Autistic people, we should be very happy that we can build up. We can build up mountains, build the biggest tower. If I had my way, if I had $1 million, $1 billion, let's say I decided to recreate the World Trade Center. Let's say I had the nerve to pay for the next senior class graduating from my high school alumni. Build up the city of Milan. Build up my mom and dad. Like, help them get where they need to be. I mean, being mildly autistic, it's not the same as being autistic. But mildly autistic and autistic, 100%, it's still autism All still autism to me. But we can still go far in life with our disabilities. So, all that being said, thank you for giving me the opportunity for me to express myself, my life as a mildly autistic man on planet Earth. Speaking out for all the individuals dealing with autism. Because remember, January, an ordinary month. February, Black History Month. March, the annual International Women's Month. April, now that it's April, National Autism Awareness Month. We came a long way. We autistic people came a long way. And it will not stop until we come together as one and say, I am autistic and I'm proud. Just kind of like when on that SpongeBob episode, something smells when SpongeBob had a stinky breath. Patrick convinced him to say something, get it off his chest. I'm ugly and I'm proud. But instead of ugly, I decided, since it's National Autism Awareness Month, to be proud to be autistic. I'm autistic and I'm proud. I'm proud to be speaking out for everybody who's autistic. I'm proud to be where I am today. Even with the Lord's help. No, not even. Mainly thanks to the Lord's help. You got to give thanks to Jesus. Especially with these disabilities. And I have to learn how to let all the past things die down. Even the future consequences I have to face. You got to tell the truth. I have to learn things the hard way. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of being scared. Stop being scared and let everybody see who you are and be thankful that you are not alone. Because God's always there for you. God bless all the autistic individuals, including myself, mildly autistic, but to speak out for the entire nation. We come together as one to make a difference, not to be laughed at, to be ridiculed. And if the bullies want to continue to ridicule us, let them go. You keep moving. Keep on moving. Do not stop there. And they will find out quick that they messed up big time. With all that being said, if you like this National Autism Awareness Month video that I set up and explained about from my behalf to everyone across the nation, across the world, dealing with autism, mild or 100%. Feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, TC Jones Edits. Click the notification bell, and there'll be more in stores. And, of course, just in case if I forget, the links for the entire Cold Man's Winter series, Season 6, it will all be in the description bar down below. All of the links, the entire season. Because as a mildly autistic individual, I did make a video a long time ago, a few weeks ago, when I was thankful to make it to the half-century mark, aka 50 subscribers. And now that I got 52 subscribers, I want to keep going. With my disability, I have to shine my light and prove that I still got what it takes to win a subscriber, to win a viewer. Because with viewers like you, I just thought that it'd be fair to break down the scenario. and just see where we can go from here. But with all that being said, this is yours truly, Taylor Jones, signing out. Happy National Autism Awareness Month to all mankind.